Whoops. How's it going, everyone? How we doing? How we doing? I forgot to turn the light on. Oh my goodness. Excuse me, Bubba. Yes, we're a little bit of a mess. Still cleaned up some stuff, did some stuff the last few days, but I've been feeling quite the best. And I'm super bled out. Oh my goodness. Excuse me. Excuse me. Okay. Tater's right behind the chair eating stuff. So I'm trying not to show Reefing in the Rockies. Hello, hello. How's it going? We've got a box day today, finally. Things have been delayed quite a bit the last few days. I kind of forgot, like, the eastern side of the Midwest is like having snowstorms on top of snowstorms. So my DHL packages have been delayed 2 days now. There's one that might still happen today. It's possible. I don't know which one it is. But I'm just deciding right now, I'm just going to open up King of MONS, the SH Figuarts newest release. I'm just going to open that right now, and then I guess if I get a second box later, depending on which one it is, we'll just unbox it live again, because that's also, I have two things from DHL, because I bought two things from Ami. I had my monthly box, anime box, and then they have some really good deals on a few. Chigoka Mecha is on the way for me. Nice. They have some really good deals on SH Figuarts Ultraman, and I happened to buy Red King for like $20. So should have been mine first. Yeah, Matt's been waiting for his from Toku Collectibles, which I know they're going to get to it soon. So yeah, that Chigoka Mecha, that's going to be such a cool figure. I had to cancel my order for mine. They're just too expensive right now. It doesn't really vibe with the collection very well. It doesn't scale with anything. So if I had to cure you, then I would probably say yeah, but I don't have to cure you. So but for anyone who's not like, or for anyone who's doesn't care about those things, which is most people, that thing is a beaut. I'm feeling a lot of FOMO with it. But that's okay. That's okay. You gotta get used to having FOMO a lot more. We're gonna get this damn thing out of the way. So here it is. So this box, about the size of Shin Godzilla's, SH Monster Shin Godzilla's, maybe a little less, a little more. It's heavy though. This is a heavy ass figure. I don't know why it's so much heavier than everything else, but it is. Well, because it's large. That's very dangerous. Don't cut towards yourself, guys. I'm just all over the place. So I was kind of, which variant is that? This King of MONS, this is just the regular King of MONS. Technically, I believe it's from ARC. It's the color scheme that it looks like to me, because the Gaia movie, I feel like it's darker, but it's also at nighttime during the dark. What's going on with my webcam? Why am I so bled out? Interesting. I didn't have this issue a few days ago. I don't think I did. But yeah, this is technically ARC King of MONS, so, which I haven't seen ARC. I've only seen clips of this fight. Ooh. Ooh. Pull this out. Boom, bam, boom. Whew. Here we go. Here's the beautiful box. This is a exclusive. And suffice to say, if you guys have not picked this up yet, I would absolutely pick this up ASAP. This thing is getting very expensive, very, very quick. I had to pay already quite a bit. There's Tater. You can see his butt. I had to pay quite a bit for mine. I guess at the end of it, it probably was a little bit more than US retail, maybe. If you got it from P-Bandai. I guess I don't know how much they charge for shipping. Yeah. Pull him out. Oh, he's stinky. He is a stinky kaiju. Look at this thing. Oh my god, it's massive. Holy flip. Holy heck. This thing's huge. Even compared to Monsters, this thing is pretty big. There. Can you guys even see that? No, you can't. Perfect. Okay. So we got each of the wings. Finally have some whole wings after years of seeing the movie Monster Series version. Or not the movie Monster Series, the Ultra 500 version, the Ultra Galaxy version is the extended chesticle things. Claws. You get 2 sets of these. I don't know why I didn't remember getting 2. You also get a set of hands with a little bit longer claws. It's pretty cool. Yeah, dude. Oh, it's probably because I started the stream with the lights off and then I turned it on. So now it's trying to auto brightness to other things. That's so frustrating. I'm sorry, guys. Piece de resistance. I've got multiple clear. Oh my god. It's like, whoo! Give me a second here. Oh my god, dude. Holy, whoa. Figure of the year. Figure of the year. It's my first 2025 figure. Figure of the year. I'm kind of getting that vibe already. Oh my god. Whoa. Okay. This thing is crazy, guys. This thing is crazy. Whoa. The legs on mine actually feel very durable. That was the one thing I noticed in a lot of the reviews. They set him down and then his legs just went they just spread because they couldn't hold the weight, because this thing is absolutely heavy. This thing is massive. Here, I'm trying to do less in these unboxings, so when we get to the review, I'm not like repeating myself. But like, when a figure is good, a figure is good. Okay, 1. But 2, sometimes it's cool to show off like some things a little early. Gosh, I want to grab a -1, not a -1, a Shin Godzilla, but damn tail. So we'll just grab a -1 because I have the -1s right up here. Here it is compared to the Monster. It's -1. Look at how huge that is. And then yeah, this is basically the weight of this is basically 2 of these in hand, dude. That's so crazy. Yeah, it's a little bit larger than I feel like people were saying. Like this is Shin Godzilla size. If you guys have the Monster at Shin Godzilla, that's about how big this is. Maybe like a hair it's taller. I couldn't tell you. Man, oh man. I'm gonna pop the wing in. Oh my gosh, that's really scary. Actually, really not a big fan of this. Wow. Damn, my wing's not going in. And then I dropped it. Okay, we're good. Which is kind of surprising that the paint didn't chip, because gold normally doesn't handle very well. Do you have like an extra sliver of hair, a sliver of like paint hair on there though? Okay, let's see. Oh my goodness. I don't know what's going on. These do not want to plug in. There we go. I got one in. Oh, that's probably why this one doesn't want to go in. I have to adjust the ball joint a little bit. Sorry, guys. I just want to get the full. There we go. Wings are in. Whew. Want to get the full scale of King of Mons. dude, this thing is wow. SH Figuarts. Can y'all go and like engineer some of the Monster Arts figures now, please? Like, no offense to Monster Arts, but like this is crazy. This is crazy. Okay. This is so cool. All right, guys. Woo! That is, we're gonna leave it there so I don't talk about this thing too much. This thing is cool. Because I am gonna review this. This definitely deserves a review. I'm gonna have to start reviewing Ultraman stuff anyways on the channel, which I know isn't very popular. But any Monster Arts collector should be pretty interested in these, even if you're not like super crazy about like Ultraman itself, because this is just like, I mean, this is basically just a Monster Arts, except better engineered and better quality and cheaper. Not this one specifically. Well, actually, you know, if you got it for Japanese retail, I think this was only like 120 bucks. So, and it has accessories. So I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, kind of better. But yeah, I know what I'm going to be playing with for the next few weeks straight. My goodness, this thing is crazy good. I'm impressed. I'm going to say that I'm completely impressed. This thing is awesome. King of Mons SHF landed, and it's really good. This thing is crazy. I can't wait to pose this thing, take some photos. The red is awesome. Yeah, dude, it's like a neon candy red. So that's kind of why this looks more like the King of Mon appears in Arc over the Gaia movie, right? It's Gaia movie. Yeah, it's Gaia's movie. Supreme Fight, something like that. Not that it's Gaia, because my Gaia is in a specific pose. But here's Ultraman 66, Shinkoho Seiho. Wow. Yeah. Not completely size accurate. This thing should be a little bit larger, but obviously, like, you have limitations. I think this actually does fit the Arc size. So, but yeah, this thing is baller. This is so cool. Yeah. Wow. Kind of disappointing that this is the first thing to arrive, because the other things are definitely not going to be quite as good when comparing. I don't know. Maybe I'll be blown away. Like I said, I've got Red King coming, which I'm very excited for. Always wanted an SHF Red King, and then they finally did one this year, and then I got one for 20 bucks. So, like, you know, I'm not gonna fight a $20 SHF price for a kaiju. That's crazy. Shipping was like almost triple the price of the actual figure, because these SHF kaiju boxes are big. Yeah, it looks like this box isn't gonna go out today because it is 3:30, and they haven't shipped it. So that means tomorrow I should get both the anime box and the Red King box. So we'll probably just do that together. You know, because I might review. Well, now it's like really late though. I might review Hoshina from the SH Figuarts Kaiju 8 line. You know, like I said, reviews have got to change a little bit, guys, because I'm not buying kaiju stuff as much, or at least Godzilla kaiju stuff. So like, either there's just going to be like long periods of no reviews, which is really bad for the channel, or I can review. I can start reviewing some of the other things that I'm buying, so we can spruce up the channel, get a little bit of different content. You know, I received the Evangelion Test Type #1 Mechagodzilla version. I still need to add decals. Oh, nice, dude. That's the is that the model kit one, or is that the hypermo the articulated Kiryus? Because I gotta add those articulated Kiryus to the collection. They're just very the model kits. Dude, I almost bought both of them, the orange and the red one, Unit 1 and Unit 2, but I never did, and I kind of regret it a little bit. But once again, they don't like really scale with anything, so like they would just kind of be like, you know, they just be separate things. But okay, cool, nice. I definitely, I do like them. I think they're wonderful. I think they're awesome. Especially the scale that they're in, them being like, 7.5, 8 inches tall, super cool. I'm so particular about scale. That's kind of why I like buying the SHF Ultraman stuff doesn't really bother me, because it still scales with Monster Arts like pretty much damn near to the T. I mean, technically, I feel like some of the Ultra Kaiju are a little bit small comparatively. Like even this King of Mons probably like realistically should be like another inch taller to fit with the Godzilla Kaiju, but that's neither here nor there. Oh, what the heck? It started, the chest teeth started popping out. That's one thing I hear is pretty common. There you go. It does not sit in there very well. Those are pretty loose, but cool concept. Cool concept Figuarts. But yeah, so who knows though? It's Evangelion Godzilla stuff, and I typically now how I'm leaning is picking that stuff up because I love Eva and I love Godzilla. So anytime I can pick something up, if Monster Arts wanted to go and do a SH Monster Arts Kiryu in those colorways, I would have to have like 4 or 5 Kiryus then, because got to get the final battle one, and then got to get. Hopefully, they do a new Tokyo SOS one soon. I thought they would have done one last 2 years ago for 2023, and then they ended up not doing it, even though they did reissue the O2 Godzilla. I thought they would still sneak the O3 Mechagodzilla in, just because I don't know when they're going to do the scarred O3. I don't know. I'm not vibing with the idea that they're going to be doing that soon. But if they're not doing that, then that Kiryu is probably not going to get a reissue. Reissues normally come out with new releases, typically, unless it's something like really popular, like -1. And kind of what Final Wars is seeming to be leaning on, because we kind of already have that area of release date this year for Monster Arts. So, I was kind of hoping that the Kaiser was finally coming out, but I guess maybe we'll get a new color version of Monster X with hopefully better joint tolerances, because the first release is pretty rough. The first release is very rough, okay? I've been offered that figure for like $80, a few sale prices. I can't, man. I can't, dude. That figure, 1 in a billion of those, that's a very huge over exaggeration. 1 in a billion of those had good joint tolerances. And then on top of that, bad joint tolerances on top of horrible engineering. I still think about that figure makes me mad. So if they do a new color version, I don't even know if I'm going to buy it. Because that was like one of the Monster Arts that just took me out of collecting Monster Arts. I'll be honest. Monster X was bad, which is sad because it looks really good, but horrible engineering, horrible joint tolerances, just not good. For a character that's supposed to be nimble and articulate and should be able to do the Dragon Ball poses, left eye is, yeah. My original one had good eyes, so I'm hoping that when I'm able to pick up another O2 sometime down the line, that mine will have okay QC, because that's kind of the scary part. Is I got really lucky with a lot of my Monster Arts, the QC, the eyes. I got pretty lucky, and then I sold basically the whole collection. I did, besides Shin Godzilla, and now I'm resetting it all back. It's kind of scary. So, speaking of Monster Arts, so this is super important. I'm going to check right now. Ami, I don't think it's right now. I think it's tonight. In a little less than 12 hours. The SH Monster Arts Burning Godzilla 70th anniversary release. Yeah, okay, so it is tonight. So everyone keep your clocks. If you want the Japanese release of the SH Monster Arts Burning Godzilla 1995 70th anniversary / 30th anniversary release, that drops tonight. That pre-order drops tonight in a little less than 12 hours. Let me check my world clock quick. So it is 6:30 a.m. for Tokyo right now. Right now it's 6:20 over there with time zone differences. So um six. So it's normally at 4. So in 10 hours, probably 10, 8 hours. Colorado's still central time zone, isn't it? Or is it mountain time zone? So regardless, it would be for the This is the Japanese release because this is a standard release. So this should be available mountain time. Yeah, so like 5 to 6, or excuse me, 9.5 to 10 hours is about what it is. Not to use time zones, just 9.5 to 10 hours. So basically, oh, you have an account, sweet. So yeah, I would because see, you guys are an hour earlier, so I would just make sure that you're kind of ready for the drop at 9. The new standard releases for Monstars on Ami Ami have been selling out. They have been getting some back. So like Ami Ami, as an example, when the reissues for Final Wars Goji and -1 dropped, both of them sold out within the hour. And then they did get a second wave of -1 orders in, and that sold out basically instantly again. And then the Final Wars Goji is actually currently up. The second wave of them is up for pre-order. So if you guys don't have the Final Wars Goji, or if you want to test and see if you can get a better joint tolerance to one, because I know like the wrists were loose on some people's, the jaw, the head popping off. That was everyone's, I think. And then I thought like shoulders popping off or like tail tip. I know tail tips on mine kind of popped off, although that wasn't really a big deal. Regardless, if you guys need the Final Wars Goji, I would get this reissue. Don't be like me, where I missed out on basically the 54 reissue, the black and white version, the normal version. I missed out on Kiryu Goji, and now like the Kiryu Goji is like back to being like $150 figure. So now it's just I gotta wait until they reissue it again. I just refuse to pay that much for Kiryu Goji, especially because I didn't even spend that much the first time. I think I only spent like $90 the very first time that I got it, which was the third reissue, I think, second reissue. I can't remember. But I missed that figure. That figure was cool. But yeah, Ami Ami. Hobby Link Japan should, like I said, should be all about 8, 9 hours or 9, maybe 10 hours. So like midnight my time, I think is when it should drop. Midnight or 1 a.m. Mountain time, it should be like 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, maybe 10. I'd keep refreshing the site. The site kind of like does alerts when they do drops. So just see if it's there. But yeah, that would be my recommendation, because it could change. It could, hopefully not, but it could. But yeah, so Burning Godzilla drops tonight, and hopefully we get details on Showa King Ghidorah 72 soon, right? Let's hope we get Showa Ghidorah details soon. Now that Godzilla's finally going for pre-order, it's been like a week and a half, which has been very frustrating to wait. I'm very impatient for my pre-orders. I want to get these things pre-ordered so I can get them done. This Burning Godzilla looks like it might be the best one of the 3. Hopefully it comes with a fuzzy neck. Just going off the silhouette, that is definitely not on the plate, unless they're going to have like swappable necks, but I just don't see Monstars doing that. And then even like just Figuarts in general, they normally don't do what the hell is it called? Real field products, I guess. Like Tamashii kind of just got comfortable doing like actual like cloth capes. And every now and then they'll do a kama or a skirt. Not very often though. They're very stuck in their bendable, malleable plastic ways, and it pisses me off. Oh, sorry. My computer's set up a certain way, so I gotta like adjust so I can get my legs stretched. But you never know. The silhouette, it looks like they're just normal plastic, but the sculpt is definitely different than the bootlegs. I mean, this is an updated, modern Monster Art sculpt. You can just tell the fuzzy, you know, the oh, not the beards, the manes, excuse me, the manes on all of the Ghidorah heads are definitely a little bit more. I don't know. They're just more. They're more popped out. They look larger, I guess. So, but we'll see this actual literal scale of this Ghidorah. Um, I'm a little nervous because like there's some size differences, like defined. Yeah, they're way more defined. I'm very excited for it. I'm 100%, you know, pre-ordering. One, I kind of have to because I got the Godzilla, the Gigan, Anguinus, and then I will have the Ghidorah. So 72 will be done. Kind of crazy. We finally have our first completed Showa Godzilla movie that has enemies, and it's interesting that Gigan's the one that they decided to finish it all off. It only took 2 years to get all four out, which isn't bad. You know, we're getting two releases in 2025. We got one in 2023 for Gigan because he didn't release until after his anniversary year. And that's crazy to think about. That was 2022 when Gigan was announced, or 2023, right? Because he came out in September of 2023, but we had the details, or we had photos in the prototype in 2022. It's right at the end. Yeah, dude, it's crazy. And then we got Godzilla last year. Anguirus is in a few months, 2 months, 3 months, I think. I can't remember if it's March or April for Japan. I don't know. I'm going to be watching Bai like a hawk because this guy, King of Mons, the whole guy that, you know, the unboxing, I'm going to have to edit the title. Uh, I haven't streamed the last few days, so I like talking with y'all. I like talking with y'all just being on stream. With this guy, you know, the one time that I wait for Bai to get them because I wasn't able to get a pre-order in, and he was hard to get, very, very difficult, very expensive. You know, the I I hope everyone was able to get one of these because these King of Mons is definitely going to be like for articulated collectors. I think even for non-articulated collectors, it's probably going to be like a top 10 of the year. This thing's baller. This thing's baller. I'm just going to ruin the review earlier. This thing is so cool. 100%. 100% recommend getting it. I want Shimo, but 340 on eBay. Yeah, she's a little expensive. I would just wait for Bai and the like Yahoo Japan auctions or Japan Direct, I believe is what it's called now. Japan Direct auctions, whatever it is. Japan D auctions, something like that. I would just wait for them to get it. That's what I do. If I can't get a Japanese Monster Arts or Figuarts pre-order, I just wait until the release day or release week, technically, and then I go and buy, and then I just wait for a deal. That's how I've. That's how I mean, that's how I got King of Mons. I wouldn't say that I necessarily got a deal on it, but considering how much people want for it stateside, I got a deal. So I spent a little bit on shipping, but you know, it's neither here nor there. Ooh, excuse me. But yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do. Because so one thing about and another figure, not that I'm still very on the fence about this figure, even though I do have it pre-ordered. Scar King, SH Monster Arts Scar King. That's one, weirdly enough, one of the Monster Arts releases on Bai that I haven't been able to buy. It's just not on there. And when it is, it's really, really expensive for some reason. People wanting like $140 for it, like more than retail plus shipping. So I do have Scar King, Monster Arts Scar King pre-ordered. I know. I bought the thing. But honestly, like after reviews, I like it kind of. We'll see how I feel when it's in hand. I'm definitely going to hate that elbow articulation. Don't get me wrong. I'm going to be mad about that. I'm going to be very mad about the elbow articulation. But I think it's better than people are giving it credit for. It's just a lot of people demand accuracy, which is fine. You know, if you want to buy figures that are accurate, that is 100% to y'all. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just that's not what Monster Arts is. Hasn't been for a very, very long time. So, you know, I think judging the figures like on that aspect's a little unfair, but at the same time, they make it a little confusing because there'll be a release that's super accurate, like the 72 set, but that's basically, I guess Godzilla and Gigan were both Sakai, if I'm not mistaken. Anguirus is not Sakai, but the Anguirus is sculpted by the main sculptor of the X Plus Gigantic Series Ultraman figures, and just one of the regular modelers for X Plus for their 25 centimeter Ultra Kaiju line. So he understands Showa Kaiju. So I think the sculpt for Anguirus is far and away. Anguirus is going to be on the top of my list. One of the figures top of my list at the end of 2025. Anguirus 100% will be. Especially because we did get photos and confirmation it can stand on its hind legs and actually stay upright. It's not movie accurate, but I needed it, and they delivered. Monster Arts delivered. So, yeah. But yeah, to get back to my point, Scar King is one of the ones where it's actually it's cheaper to pre-order it from Big Bad Toy Store than buying it on Buy, because I refuse to spend like $180 on that figure. I refuse. I'm already spending. I think it's like 110 after shipping and taxes on Big Bad, maybe 120. Drops in like a month or two. I'm in no rush to get it, honestly. Zero rush to get Scar King. So, hey, Obito Displays, how's it going? Thanks for joining in to this little unboxing and then just kind of articulated figure ramble. Even though I probably should be saving this and just live stream later with an actual theme, but you know, let's talk about it now. We're live. The missus isn't home, so I don't feel so bad for being loud and being on stream. You know, because she'll be home in like an hour or two. So it's actually better for me to stream and just talk it all out right now rather than waiting. So, but yeah, I'm very excited. But that's the scary thing. Back to my thing. Sorry, reefing for the Rockies. Back to my point. That's the one thing about Shimo that I am fearing a little bit. Now that Scar King, you know, which we all thought wasn't going to be popular, is not very available on the Japanese size. About to play League. My house is about to know what loud is. Oh my God, man. I'll be joining you, but, you know, I just get silently mad with League. Thankfully, League hasn't made me rage on the desk yet. Yeah, this MF just got me to play League of Legends earlier this week, and I've been playing League of Legends mostly nonstop, except for last night. We played like a few rounds of Fortnite, testing out the PC and how it runs. And I hate to say it, I have been having a little bit of fun with League. Not a lot of fun, honestly, but some fun. The 50-minute, hour and 10-minute game is kind of hurts, but you know, it is what it is. But back to articulated stuff. I'm afraid that Shimo on the aftermarket is going to be expensive as hell for the JP release, and it might just come down to, again, pre-ordering it stateside, which is a little frustrating because it's really expensive, because it's for US MSRP, it's basically like an exact conversion. So if it's like 24,000 yen, normally the products are like $210 to $240, you know, to mimic the yen. And that's what happened with Shimo. Because I believe she's like 24,800 yen, I believe. She's 24 or 26,000, something like that. Because I think Hobby Genki still has Shimo in stock. And she's like 29,000 yen before shipping, which is expensive. It's basically US retail at that point, and then shipping on her is going to be very expensive. She's huge. She's long. I got a feeling the tail is going to be popped off, so they're going to try to save box space by doing that. But then they made Scar King's box like huge for no reason. They made it super long, and it didn't have to be. They could have just done a double layer plastic shell, and it would have been fine. So it makes me think that we're probably going to get another Scar release down the line, another color I don't know how, and it's going to have different accessories. Kind of scary to think about, but it is what it is. So, um, yeah, I'm getting Scar. Shimo drops the 26th, 28th this month, 25th. It's always on a Saturday, the 25th or the 24th, or I should say, it's typically a Saturday in Japan when figures drop. So the 24th, the 25th, somewhere around there, we'll start seeing in hand photos of Shimo. And then once the Japanese reviewers start reviewing them, or anyone who gets it early stateside or in another country, I don't mind watching non-English reviews, even if they don't have subtitles for these Monster Arts figures. I've gone really pretty good at understanding the content creators that I do watch. I understand how they feel about the figure based on the editing and just how they're talking, and sometimes how they're just handling the figure. So I'll get a vibe, to put it that way. Well, I'll get the vibe from what people are thinking about Shimo, and then I'll decide to buy it. Unless I see one for like a deal. Like if I see one for like $160 I'm buying it, I'm probably just gonna buy her anyways. Like that's a fucking deal. So even though the shipping is gonna probably be like $60, I would guess. Probably about the same as the Ace Killer set from SH Figuarts. So, but yeah. So we'll see. We'll see. These new Empire releases, I basically have to get them all now that I got Scar, because now I have to get a Kong, because the Beast Glove is just gonna go to waste. So I do have to get the Kong, which Ami has it on sale for, it's like $50, $40, I think. I'm gonna check quick. I'm gonna see if it's still even in stock. Where's it at? There it is. It's 5,700 yen. It is, it's $36 right now to buy Kong. So before shipping. So we'll probably do that after we get settled in, a few things in life first. Not going to be buying toys for a little bit now. I'm going to try to back up for the rest of the month. So, because I don't think I have any pre-orders this month. I was told that the US release for Scar King is supposed to be this month, but everywhere is saying February, so I'm gonna guess it's like early February. So it'll give me like an extra week or two for like Scar King, and then February. I think January and February pre-orders are pretty light. We do have some CCPs at the end of this month. I have to remember that, but I think I got my order down to just 2. So, but that's not really articulated figure news. Dun, 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 dun. But yeah, I'm pretty excited. Restarting the Ultraman collection a third time, and hopefully the last time. We don't ever have to do this again. For sure, this time around, I'm keeping the Kaiju no matter what. The Kaiju for sure, and any alien Saiyans, and then I'm trying to stick to it instead of buying every figure in every release, because even though I could do what Matt does and I could go to Japan and basically get almost every single release, not all of them, but almost every single one, basically like a little bit more than retail for someone like the rare old like Z forms, G forms, and all Orb, and all that stuff. One, I don't have the space for all of it because that's a ton of space. But two, it's gonna overwhelm me. I feel like that's something I've noticed a lot. The second I get overwhelmed with a collection, I basically just kind of want to just I want this to be fun. Okay, I want to collect for fun. After the last 2 years of kind of like stress buying a lot of things for the FOMO fear, I just kind of want to buy things for fun. I really want to make sure that I'm just buying things for the enjoyment of it. Like, obviously, yes, Sara Jirushi announces a new Shin Godzilla color. There's going to be fear of FOMO because the aftermarket on these are so crazy sometimes. So, when winter's coming up, Winter Wonderfest is literally in a month to the day almost. I think it's the 9th. So we literally have like 30, 31, 32 days left. So I got to make sure I have money ready for Sara Jirushi Shin, because if it's another popular colorway and it drops for $600, I'm buying it. It's $600 or it's not getting it. And this is a completed set so far, and that's what's going to happen. It's going to stay a completed set. I'm getting every single Sargerushi. I don't know. I don't care what I have to do. I will do anything and everything to make sure I get a Sargerushi release, as long as it's legal and fair. So, but like with Figuarts, I don't need every Ultraman. I want every Ultraman, don't get me wrong, but I don't need every Ultraman. Same thing with Monster Arts. I don't need to go and buy every old reissue and worry about the headache of the aftermarket. Basically, I feel like every single Monster Arts release, almost all of them are going to get reissued at some point. The ones that at this point I don't think are going to get new versions or reissues is probably like the Singular Point, the anime trilogy, Earth and Phileas. I don't think those 4 are going to get reissued or a new version, because we would have already gotten them. Like Scarlet 2019 is at this point just, I don't think, going to happen, and we're definitely not getting an Atomic Burst Earth, which is kind of sad because those figures are good despite what the movies and the movies are, or a Heat Ray version. Same thing with Ultima. If we were going to get a Heat Ray version, we would have already gotten a Heat Ray Ultima. Let's be real. Let's just be fair to ourselves. We would have gotten a Heat Ray Ultima already. And then Jet Jaguar, they really can't do much. Rodan, I don't see them doing anything crazy with Rodan. And then that's basically it. Because I don't think they're going to do more Singular Point releases unless we get a season 2. And every year that goes on that we don't get at least even like a hint at Singular Point season 2, I lose a little bit of hope. I'm going to be honest. And I loved Singular Point. I can't wait. Not that I want to like get off topic from the articulated figures too much, but a Singular Point watch through on Twitch here live would be a lot of fun. TV shows are a little bit harder, or animes are harder because that's multiple episodes, so that's multiple streams, but we will work something out. We will figure it out. We'll have fun. It'll go in the Godzilla stream. We will, if Bandai and Godzilla themselves, Toho, was able to release 70th anniversary products after the 70th anniversary, even though technically it's not until November. So technically anything that's 70th anniversary within the next till November is truthfully a 70th anniversary product, but it's also 2025, so technically not. I can do a 70th anniversary Godzilla movie marathon all of this year up until November, until the 71st anniversary, to do the 70th anniversary live stream marathon, I guess. So yeah, I am working on that. I still need to reactivate my Twitch. I think reactivate. It's asleep. It's been in slumber for 2 years, something like that. So we'll get it worked out. The channel's going to have a lot of fun. We might not have a lot of Godzilla toy reviews or Sufubi showcases, but we're going to have a ton of other content, not always necessarily here on YouTube. I got to remind you guys that it's not always going to be on YouTube. Like I said, if I want to do anything that's copyright filled, like watching movies, TV shows, even some of the gaming stuff, like it's going to have to be on Twitch. That's just how it goes. But I don't have the equipment yet to do phone stuff. I have got the Elgato that I want. I've got everything set up to stream off of my phone with the computer, besides an actual program to run it, because you can't just raw stream YouTube like that. You have to have a program that can be your layout and stuff, kind of like StreamYard. Basically it's StreamYard, but there's I don't want to say actual, but there's other companies that do that, and that's probably what I'm looking into. Price matters right now, money tight right now, so I can't just go, I can't add to my Affirm card to get all the the gear and then pay for that subscription, because it's probably going to be like $60 program if it's not a monthly rental, and then God knows how much it's going to be. It's probably going to be just as much as StreamYard. So we will see. but we're going to get it worked on. We're going to try to get everything by the end of the month. I'm still waiting on jobs. It was New Year's, so it doesn't surprise me that jobs haven't reached out yet. Hopefully that's not like a bad sign, though. I'm trying to work from home, which is why we got the whole PC set up, one of the reasons. So, but yeah, so a lot more streaming. We're going to find out entertaining ways to entertain y'all. I'm very excited to hang out, just have fun, talk about kaiju. We can always still talk about kaiju, unless it's like a theme stream that is specifically not about kaiju. But this one is. So I'm gonna. Whoa, we've been live for 45 minutes. That's wild. Well, this was the unboxing stream for King of Mons, SH Figuarts, and just some articulated figure conversation, because it basically was almost all articulated figures. Talking about monster arts, talked about Figuarts, talked about some plans. We got Scar King kind of on the way. Shimo, we'll see. She's so expensive on aftermarket, it's not worth it. We'll see. We'll see. Well, I'll probably get it anyways if I like it. So, but only if I like it. I'm not forcing myself to be a completionist anymore. We will get the things that I like, and I will miss the things that I want to miss. Whether it's Ultraman, Monster Arts, Dragon Ball Figuarts, Evangelion anime stuff. I'm planning on getting all the Robot Spirits Evas. I just need movie 3, Unit 3. So, or Unit 2, excuse me. They haven't done Unit 3 in the new wave yet. Tamashi, Robot Spirits, where's my freaking Evangelion releases? It's been 2 years now. It's going to be 2 years this May, right? April, March, something like that. We haven't had an Eva release or announcement, and we know there's a movie 3 Unit 8 coming. That's been rumored for 4 years, I think, 5 years, I think, or we've seen the actual photo for it, because we had the photo for the Eva Unit 2 movie 3 for a year before it even got promoted. So yeah. Crazy things, guys. Crazy things. I'm going to head out, though. It's been 50 minutes. That's crazy. Thank you all for hanging out with me for a little bit, listening to me ramble. Definitely going to be live streaming again once we have more box days, which, like I said, might be tomorrow and the next day. It might be Thursday, Friday. It might be just Thursday. It might be Friday altogether. I don't know. The Eastern Midwest is getting hit by snowstorms, and DHL and other shipping companies are taking their time with it. They're sending me the notifications on weather, just saying, hey, we can't do this safely. And it's like, it's fine. I get it. I'm not going to make people drive truck in a snowstorm. Christ, it's just toys. Oh, there's the Pookie. Hi, Pookie. He's like, Dad, this is supposed to be a quick stream, and it has not been. So I'm frustrated. Look at that. Look at that beast of a boy. Oh my goodness, he's so aggressive. He's so cute, dude. But we're gonna sign out. Tanner and I are gonna go hang out. Probably take him outside, and then I'm gonna play with my toy. And reviews coming soon. Working out some bugs on transferring videos and photos to the computer. It is a pain in the butt the way that I have to do it. Not really excited about that, but that is what it is. So hopefully a review this weekend. Is the goal to get something. I don't know what. Like I said, I have the Mondo reviews almost 100% filmed. Most of the Vault Godzilla reviews are filmed. Got the Heat Ray -1 up here on the desk. We've now got the SH Figuarts King of Mons right here, which I kind of want to push forward, because it's like, oh, I got it. It's new. I've got fresh thoughts on it, but we'll see. I'll give myself some time with it. We'll see. So expect a review hopefully within the next 3 days, by Sunday. So anyways, it's been 50 minutes. I got to sign out. We got things to do. We got goals to achieve. I got League of Legends to rage at, I guess, and a dog, a pupper to love on. Look at that kitty boy. All right, guys. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for supporting the channel, the stream. I appreciate y'all so much. I hope y'all are having a wonderful first full week of January 2025. And I'll see everyone later. Bye, everyone. Bye-bye. Later. Oh, but it's got like 3 clicks. I hate this. Bye, everyone. Thank you. Sayonara.